Let's take a minute to talk about our responsibilities as an individual contributor in the workplace. One of the things that a leader will have expectations around is when we are giving directives, when we are conveying messages, when we are leading through change, the expectation is the individual contributors get their head around what it is that needs to be done, figures out what their own barriers are to getting their heads around it, navigates themselves through those things, asks any questions that they need to ask to clarify information, and then when we are go time, arrives ready to go. Now, why is that an expectation? Why isn't it that leaders want to have meeting after meeting, conversation after conversation of trying to convince you why the business needs to make this decision? This might seem obvious, but the reason is because you, dear individual contributor, and I have been there as an individual contributor, you don't get to make the decision. There is probably a lot of information about the business and about the decision and the back end of what's going on and contributing to why we need to make this decision that you don't even get to know. That is the reality sometimes of the position we hold in an organization. So as an individual contributor, when you become the bottleneck to moving things forward, you are a risk to the success of the organization. Something to assess about yourself is, am I a bottleneck? Do I tie things up? Am I the reason why things have to go slower is because I can't get myself behind things because I disagree with them? And am I coming into the workplace saying, I demand to be in agreement with all decisions before we move forward? And you might not be swinging the pendulum that far in that direction of I demand to be involved in all decision making. However, you might be approaching and appearing and addressing and showing up in ways that are read like that. Our ability to step away and assess exactly how we're showing up and how that can be perceived is part of our reality testing and our emotional self-awareness. And when you want to be a strong contributor to a team, it is necessary that we are constantly assessing if we are a contributor to or a deterrent from.